Hey guys, welcome to another day of Kitchen Gamer. It's a boring time, so a little tired. Just got off work nights, but we need some coffee for when we wake up. I usually like to make cold brew because it's simple, easy, and you can do it while you sleep. It pretty much makes itself, and it packs a lot of caffeine. So that's what we usually need anyways, during the night and the weekends. So, first thing is coffee. First coffee I like to use is medium roast. You can use any brand really. It's got a big thing from Costco, save some money. Keeps good for a long time. I use this fancy press seal, Rubbermaid. These things are awesome. Push this down and lock it. Pushes out some of the air, keeps the most air coming in. Also keeps it airtight sealed so nothing really comes out. Alright, and my wife is allergic to coffee, so that does pose a hazard a lot of times when making coffee. And I gotta seal it in something that's airtight so she can't smell it, because even the smell alone makes her sick. So pretty much brewing when she's here or grinding beans is pretty much off. Okay, so we got that out of the way, and like medium roast is probably the most caffeine. You can get lighter roast, and the lighter the roast, of course, the more caffeine. But this is kind of nice, like medium, like it's got lots more sweetness to it and a little fruitiness to it when you make a cold brew, which is what I really like. Peruvian is one of my favorites. I've had a couple different other kinds from other like small batches from other places, a little more expensive, but makes really good coffee. Anyways, so first we have to measure out our coffee beans. If you want to be real precise, you can do 3/4 cup of grinds. It's not 3/4 cup of beans, it's 3/4 cups of grounds. Ground coffee. So take this, and I like to just fill up the entire top of my grinder. I use a small little grinder because I don't mind. What you do is, what happens is you get a little mud in the bottom if you make them too French press, because that's what we like to use for doing cold brew, because it's super easy compared to most other contraptions you can get. I know a lot of people use other kinds, but if you make it too coarse, it doesn't quite get as powerful. But if you make it, oops, and there goes some beans. We'll clean this up later. If you make it too fine, as I said, you can get like muddy on the bottom. And when it gets muddy on the bottom, then you can get some in your cold brew when you pour it in your cup. So when I like to make it, I just do a couple grinds, nothing crazy. If I do get a little mud on the bottom, which is just basically coffee grounds, it's not a big deal. For me, that is. I like a little caffeine anyway, it helps. So put it on here. Put your top on. These aren't very precise, so you really have to shake them to get your grind more even. But you also have to make sure that you get all the beans. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, easiest way to get on the bottom. Out. Perfect. Okay, you'll pour it into your French press. And I always just eyeball it. It looks right. We're gonna keep it there. Go ahead and you're gonna add your water. So I like to use filtered water because it adheres the oils a lot easier. It's in the coffee. Really sucks them up. And also there's no other flavors. Like if you really hard water at home with chlorine and any other kind of nutrients, then you'll get other flavors. And sometimes I run out of water, so we're just gonna use a little Fiji water. Top it off. And you want to fill it usually right about here. Not too much because it will, the beans will expand and it'll come up a little bit, but not too much. It should be fine. The key is right here though. You want to stir it. So take a knife, scrape the sides, mix it. And that is so it's evenly distributed and really agitates coffee into releasing the oils into the water. Okay. So my favorite thing they've invented in the last so many years has been press and seal. This stuff is great. It'll create a really nice tight seal. And oh yeah, by the way, you don't need to use cold water. Actually, you should not use cold water. Cold water will make it. You have to sit longer. Warm water will create cold brew faster. Not warm water really, more just like room temperature. It's fine. So take it, cut it off. Okay, seal it tight. Okay, and you want a good tight round seal. It's good to go. Okay, from this point, all you need to do is take it, and I like to store it up here on top. On my refrigerator. And you can put it wherever you want to. It's good just to put into usually a place away from a window so it doesn't get excessively warm, and you want to let that sit for 12 to 16 hours, whatever your preference is. You can let it sit a little longer if you want to make it stronger, but you don't really want to let it sit. I've had it sit for 3 days once, and I started to get a science project inside of it, and it's just not good for your coffee right there. But let's go ahead and wait, and that's about it. All right, I'll see y'all in 12 hours. I'll take mine out hopefully this afternoon. Cover and take our mesh strainer. You can scrape the sides a little bit. I don't really mind. I think my type of strainer really gets all the pieces off the sides. Slowly push it first. Alright, you push down. You can see it's pushing on the grounds down, but you don't want to do it too hard or someone might slip by the filter. Okay, and you start feeling some pressure. pushing against your hand. You can't really push as hard. And there you go. All you gotta do now, leave that in. Don't take it out. And most of them have a little grate. Find your grate. Line it up with your spout, as you can see. And I like to take an old water bottle. Use one usually that you can throw away because it does stain any plastic that you use. That's why this is glass, because it's not going to stain this. Or less likely to and harder to do over time. But with a water bottle, it will stain it very, very quickly. So I just use one that I can dispose of if need be. But I reuse this same water bottle. It's okay, I usually just keep it cold, so and out of any oxygen, so it doesn't get any bacteria in it that could cause mold or any other thing that's growing inside of it. And you just go ahead and pour it in. Make sure sometimes you need to hold the top when some aren't very secure, just not to let it fall off. And as you can see, it's actually quite a bit of cold brew. You can put ice in it if you want to go ahead and drink it now, and it'll be cold. To make it just sit in the refrigerator for a little while, and it'll make it, it'll make it cold over time. And also, it actually helps if there's still a little bit of grounds in it. They'll just keep trying to release some of their oils into the actual water itself. So that's kind of makes it stronger, and also I feel like it mellows it out a little bit over time if you let it sit there. So, and that's it really. It's really simple, and you just put a cap on it and you put it in the refrigerator. Alright, thanks for watching. It's the Kitchen Gamer.